That's a nice move. Oil. That's probably going to change it. Just move this. Alright, well, guys, I gotta... Look at this oil trade, though. Okay. I need to share this with the group. Alright, let me get on.
Things are
Shut this door. Even though I actually need to get some lotion for my hands. Alright, it's Friday. I have to start getting situated with the NASDAQ, but I have 15 minutes, so I don't feel as overwhelmed. Alright, I'm in this gold long. I mean oil. I mean, I don't know why I said gold. So I got long at oil at 102.27. This was just a trade I took myself. But it's green, $2,400. So we'll see what happens here. I'm just kind of letting it run. Keeping an eye on it. So let's start breaking down the NQ. Thanks for the likes, guys. All right, so it's 9:19. We have 10 minutes to break down the NQ. Look at this from yesterday. So let's talk about quickly what happened yesterday. I like to break down the day before first, and this is what I teach my students too, and then go from there. Let me see if I can center this a little better on TikTok. All right, so yesterday we had this huge move up right out of the gates. We broke over this high that I was waiting for it to do so. It did. Sometimes I have to look around my phone. And then it really just kept running. It never stopped yesterday, which was great for the market. We need days like that. It went up to this blue level. So the blue levels are just my support and resistance. The dotted levels change every day, and the gray box changes every day, and I need to update that for today. So just give me a second, and I will. So moved up here, pulled back, moved up, pulled back. Literally, they just kept moving up all day. And then this was last night, pulled back a little bit. That's pretty normal. There's some type of report that came out this morning, and that's why this candle is so large and to the downside. So let's update these other pieces. All right. Good morning, Mr. T. I don't know what Ninja Sleepwalker means. And this oil trade is green, $2,500, which is insane. All right, so let's update the levels for the NASDAQ, and then we can break down, we can look at the S&P 500 as well. And if you guys have questions, just post them in the chat and I'll answer them. So the zone for today, so this is green 2400. We're going to leave that alone and just let it do its thing. And we're going to come over here to the NASDAQ 20-minute chart and we're going to update these zones. So 12095 is the top of the chop zone. It's a pretty small zone today. 12075 is the bottom. So it's only a 20-point zone. You can see it just kind of... out here. I want to move this back. So this brown zone is actually an area. I don't trade Bitcoin or stocks. Sorry, guys. But I do trade futures and forex. If you trade forex, is very similar to futures. So if you trade that stuff, look, I could put this here. Then you can join in and let me know. All right. Also, the 1 minute's in a trade right now. Thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for the likes. So let's update the pivots. 12042. Where's my green? 12042. So again, these dash lines I have to update every day, and the gray zone, my chop zone. 12, 2, 4, 6. And the bottom one is 11915. I still need to update my LIS. This yellow one, which is 12,131.50. Just gonna put 12,131. All right, all of my levels are now updated. Market's been in consolidation overnight. I want to take away this brown box. So it's really important, but I just don't want it on the 20-minute chart because for today I feel like it's just getting in the way. So I'm going to try to get it out of here. Hold on one second. I'm just going to leave it on the 1-minute chart only. Okay, there we go. Much better. So then it's much easier for you to see. See if I can actually put this down here. It's much easier for you to see the chart and to clearly see the chop zone. So you can see since last night, we've kind of just been going back and forth. Popped out here, came back down. So this level right here is 12,112. I talked about it last night, and I posted it on Twitter as well. We were just hanging under it all evening, and then I went to bed. Let's see how oil's doing. So oil's now at 2,500, 2,600. And actually, I should probably grab another snag of that. Just because before it was like 18 or something. It really just ramped up rather quickly. All right, and get that out of here. Okay, let's go back to the NASDAQ. So with the NASDAQ, so kind of just chopped up all night and then dropped. And then dropped with that report. But do you see how it's really respecting these levels? It tried to come up, it failed. It tried to come up, it failed. And then this high was even lower. And it hit the top of the zone and it failed. This is the central pivot. So this is something important that we want to pay attention to. 12,041. And then you can see it dropped here. So we obviously had buyers here because of this long wick. And now we're kind of curling up. So we'll see what happens. The market's opening in 5 minutes. We're below the zone. So, I'm not really looking to take a long here. We're below the LIS. We're below the central pivot. I think we can come up to the central pivot and pull down. We've had a few nice days of moves up. So it wouldn't surprise me if today they pull back a bit. It's pretty standard. But we'll see what happens. Again, I don't like to predict anything. I just like to... Options are running the stock market. Yeah, I don't trade options. I just like to trade what's in front of me, focus on the price action. So that's what I'm going to do. So the market opens in 4 minutes. $2,800 on this oil now. Wild. Sorry, I'm just going to take one more picture. And then I'm going to be done with this. And then I'm going to switch the focus. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm more than willing to answer them. Thanks for joining. Thanks for following, guys. I go live every day from 9:15 to about 10:30. The market's going to open here in a few minutes, so we'll just wait to see what happens. I'll let you guys see my auto trading algorithm or my robot trade live. That will trade on the S&P 500, gold, and the NASDAQ. Hey, what's up, trucker? Thanks for the likes. So if we get a trade, I will try to show you that. Sometimes it will get in a trade and then I don't even realize it's in a trade, and then because I'm too busy either answering questions or talking or whatever. But I will do my best. I tried to find out this R2I look. These just don't work. Alright, I'm probably going to take... Excuse me, let me just move this off. I'm going to close that position. All right, and now I can come back to all right, took like 2,500 on that. I don't really feel like worrying about that while we have everything else going on. But the market could keep running with oil because it had a nice pullback. All right, so let's see. 2 minutes. I got to take this white box out of here. I can't see any comments. But I also want you guys to be able to see this information. My 12,110 level was from yesterday was on. Yeah, I have a 12,112 level. So we're in similar areas. That makes sense. Yeah, it was really good, even overnight. So I go live every day from about 9:15 to 10:30. The market's going to open in 2 minutes. It's going to get a bit more hectic. Also, I do give manual alerts, so we can follow along with those as well. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the market wants to do, and I kind of just talk it out loud. If you're new to the stream, just so you know. Bum, 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 bum. What do you think of, I don't know. I don't follow currencies. Sorry. JPY is, what is that, the Japanese yen? Yes, I think that's exactly what that is. Thanks for the follows, guys. So the market's about to open. We'll see if the S&P 500 takes a trade on the algorithm. We'll see if ES takes a trade. And look at this area. It's kind of from the area where it dipped earlier today on that report. So we'll see. We could easily curl up and move back in this area, or we could move down. If we move down, I would look to take a short at 995 or 990. But again, I'm going to wait and see. I don't trade stocks, so I don't know about Vion. All right, so we're moving up a little bit. I like it. Fine with that. But again, I'm not looking to take a long here. Maybe above 50 back to the zone at 75. If we break down under 95, I will look to take a short. I could put a limit order, but I don't really like the limit order at 95. If I really wanted to do it, I would put it at like 90. But I'm just going to wait and see what the price action is when it gets there. Steve, so I trade futures products. So this is the NASDAQ. All right, we're breaking below 12,000. I also trade the S&P 500, oil, and gold. I just had an oil trade that I closed for like 2,500. All right, we're at 95. I missed it. All right, we're pulling back up. Let's see this retest of the 12, and then I'll see if I want to take the short. See how it went down to 95, and then it popped right back to 1205 or whatever it is. See how it can fake you out in the 90s? The 90s are a tough area, so. Back up to 18, 19. Sure, thanks. Thanks for the follow, Zion. All right, back up to 25. Ella, I teach about the LIS in my, it's not OS. I think we talked about this before. It's IS. I teach that in my, it stands for line in the sand, but it's a super significant daily support and resistance level, and I teach it in my mentorship. All right, we're back up in the 30s. So see how the market likes to fake you out there? I never took that short, which was good. And now we're coming back above the, see if we can get above the central pivot here. Move up. We're under the LIS. We're under the chop zone. But like I said, I wouldn't mind taking along above 50, targeting the bottom of the zone, which is 75. Do, 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 do. Alright. Alright, we're getting back close to 12,000. It went up to the central pivot and rejected. We'll see what happens. Obviously, you know where my short area is, and you guys now know where my long area is. Does the bot only work on Linux? I don't know what Linux is. This is... Oh, shoot. This is NinjaTrader. This is NinjaTrader. I have no idea. It only works on NinjaTrader. I've never heard of Linux. My hair smells really good. Alright, we're back in the 30s. PC only. Oh, is that a type of computer? NinjaTrader is a platform. It's a futures broker / futures trading platform. That's what this is. It can work on a Mac. You just have to have a VPS crypto. But thank you for helping me answer some questions. Yeah. But NinjaTrader is just a PC-based trading software. To start with a live account, typically suggest $2,000. People typically fund between $2,000 and $5,000. Thanks for the follows, guys. I go live every day, so we're pushing. Again, we're trying at this central pivot. We'll see what happens. I'm not looking to do anything until above 50. How well does the bot work? I think it works pretty well. The win rate typically is anywhere from like 65 to 85%, depending on which product and strategy you're trading. May I see the left? This? That? Even if you, like, I don't know if you're looking for the name of the algorithm. Even if you have the name, it's proprietary. I'm a vendor with NinjaTrader, so, like, you want to see the name of the algo? It's bold break switch, but you're not going to be able to find it in NinjaTrader because it's not open. All of my algorithms are protected. Oh, great. I got 2 seconds trying to get out the rat race. Totally get it. Totally get it. All right, so again, we're getting faked out here. It went higher this time, so it went above the central pivot time this time, and it hit my level at 12,051, and now it's pulling back down. No, I'm looking for the next short. Well, do you have a chart in front of you? Do you have an invite link? Yeah, well, Mick, if you just reach out, my Instagram, you can send me a DM on Instagram, or my website, or my email is in my bio, boldbotllc@gmail.com. If you just reach out, I can send you a link to get started. There are a few things you need to do first. Like if you don't have a NinjaTrader account, there's no point in paying for the algorithm before you get the NinjaTrader account. Had a bad few months. Mental health is important, y'all. Take your breaks if you need it. Yes, for sure, Michael. Totally agree. All right, so this is the third time we're getting back above the central pivot, and now the second time we're running into this 12,050. How do you calculate stop loss and take profit? So it seems that way, Mr. Run It Up, but this is why I'm telling you, if you email me, I have a 50% off discounted link that I give you, but on my website, yes, it is full price. The stop loss and the take profit is something that I teach in my mentorship. It all just depends on the product and your risk, but you can't say, like, just because you want to say, oh, I only want to risk $50, that's not the proper way to go into something with the risk reward. Ooh. All right, I'm long here at 55. Hopefully holding this 50 as support. My first target is 65, and then my second is 75, which is exactly kind of what I talked about, where I want to, you are the greatest. It takes money to make money. Yes, absolutely. See if we can hold above this 50. Oh, my stop got hit at 45, so I'm out of that trade. Lost 400. I will try it again, though. I'm probably going to put, ooh, you see that pullback? I'll probably put a limit at like 52 if it comes back in this area. All right, I'm long at 52. Now let's see if we can hold it this time. It's having a hard time in this area. But now my stop is down at 42. First target is 62. Second target is 72. See if it's ready to go. That's a tight stop. I do 10 points with NQ, and I'm okay with it. It works for me. Again, what one person does doesn't have to work for everyone. Again, this is green, now 300, and my break-even offset is in the green. You know, what I do might not work for you, and that's fine, and it doesn't have to. My first target's right here at 72. All right, first target hit, second target hit. Guys, we just ran up to exactly where I said we'd run up to. The bottom of the chop zone. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. Who just said we were going down like 50 times? Look at that. Do you see that? This is why I'm the one hosting the live. Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see that? All right, so I lost on that first manual trade, but the premise of the trade was correct. I got in again, and I hit both targets the second time. So, cool there. No one said it 50 times. Yeah, you said it about 5. Then there was someone else besides you burning that said it too. It doesn't matter, and that doesn't bother me. Like, you can obviously say what you think your prediction is for the market. It definitely doesn't bother me. I only trade what I see in front of me. So if I see that I feel like I should be taking a short, then I take a short. If I'm taking a long, I'm taking a long. Oh, we have a limit order here on the 20-minute. So see if it pulls back to 12.055, and then we'll get in a long on the 20-minute. And that is with the auto trading algorithm. Also, what's going on? Did ES take any trades yet? Oh, guys, the S&P 500 took a trade when we were busy chatting about NQ, and it's 1 of 1 for $150. So that's how the auto trading algorithm works, or the robot. Exactly. Exactly, Michael. The 1 minute's also green $400, so it is 2 of 2. And this is green $150. So, again, I know the price tag, Mr. Run It Up, seems a bit shocking. But like I said, your first month I give you 50% off. And then you can try it out and say, oh, do I like this? Do I not like it? So if you ran it today, you would have made $150 here. If you ran the 1 minute, you would have made $400 on the 1 minute. From, what was that level? 12.55. It'll be when you're busy trading this 12th. Oh, very exciting. Great job, Michael. Took the long from 12.55. All right. There's no PDT. Nope, this is why I love futures. There's no PDT. When your trade is done, it is liquid cash. There is no hold time on your money. You could take it out right now. The tax implications are less on trading futures than they are on stocks or options. Also, you don't need a whole bunch of money to trade futures. Futures are just my jam. All right, so we'll see if we pull down and get this limit order. If we don't, then it is what it is. This has already taken one trade, which is 1 of 1. The 1 minute over here is green $400. Actually, it's taken more than 2 trades, so let's look at that. Actually, maybe it's only taken 2. No, it's only taken 2. My bad, I was looking at something else. So this is the 1 minute on the bold break switch. It's $400. It took 2 trades. made $200 on each trade, so it's green 400. So if you were running the 1 minute on the robot on the NQ, and if you were running the 5 minute ES on the robot, you would be up $550 right now. And again, all of these started at 9:30. It's been 13 minutes, and you would be up $550. I'm here yelling, push, push, push. How much to trade futures? So it depends on the broker, but most brokers let you start with as little as $400. I always suggest to start with at least 1,000 or 2,000 just to give yourself some room. But yeah. Is it still going? All right, so this is another level I have, 12,081. Let's see if it rejects from here or if we can push through. And again, this is the chop zone, this gray box, so I'm not looking to take any trades within there. Thanks, Bill, for putting that in the chat. All right, sorry, do you manually do anything, or the robot knows what you're looking for? No, I manually trade too. Chasing, you probably just joined, but a few minutes ago on this live, I had broken down what I was looking for at the open, so I was going to take a short below 95. It never came to a trade that I wanted to take, and then I also told the group that if we got over this central pivot and over this level at 50, I was willing to take a long. I manually took 2 longs, and I hit both targets on the second trade. What bot are you using? Is there a website I could look at them? Mr. Clark, yes. So they're my robots. I have about 4 to 6 of them, and you can look. Oh, now guys, we're $600 on the 1 minute, 3 for 3. Yes, you can go to my website, which is linked in my bio. You can also just email me, and I can give you more information about the algorithm. So we're now 3 for 3, $600. So the NQ 1 minute. Thanks, Bill. So that's $750 if you would have made today in 15 minutes. This is why I want to get on here and show the algorithm live, show what it does. And we just got triggered in the 20 minute. So it just pulled back to the limit order. God, today I must be losing some money. Modest, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We're actually very green. I'm actually not quiet. Sounds like you're randomly pressing bottoms. Are you so fast as that? No, I was typing people in my group. Good morning, enjoying my second visit. Oh, good, tribe. You made 550 on a minute. Yeah, not micro. Yeah, I never said it was micro. I literally said mini. I said mini. And now it's 750. So now it's 150 from 1 ES mini. And I made 600 from the 1 minute on NQ. So yeah, 750 on 1 mini per trade. Do you ever trade small caps? No, it's not worth it. Yeah. Yesterday I was breaking down the difference between micros and minis, and like the other day, the 1 minute made $955, and that was on 1 mini. So I had said if people were taking 1 micro, they would have made like $100 on the day. Obviously, you can take more than 1 micro. 1 micro only. You could obviously take more than 1 micro. So if you had taken 3 micros the other day when the 1 minute was $955 in the green, you would have made around $300. What platform are your bots running on? Do they use an API? No, they do not use an API. They are fully coded within NinjaTrader with my proprietary code. But yes, they work on NinjaTrader. So that is the only broker it uses. What broker to use for the USA? So if you want to use my algorithm, it has to be NinjaTrader, but you can use a few different brokers to go into NinjaTrader. Like they work with interactive brokers. They used to work with Dorman. I don't know if they still do because now they are their own broker. They work with, who else? MetaTrader. So you could do like GFF broker, and use MetaTrader 4 and 5 behind them. Yeah, NinjaTrader can definitely be confusing at first. I totally agree. I totally agree. Follow control. All right, so I'm in this long of the NQ. This is the 20-minute, which is more of like a swing setup in my mind. It does really well. Obviously, yesterday, if you were on the stream, you also saw that I was red about $5,000 at one point because this is taking 10 contracts, 10 minis. So if you were just taking one mini, you'd be red like 400 at this point. But let's see what happens. What programming language are you running? I think it's C. I have a developer in-house that does everything for me. Not running there. I love Bill. Thanks for the follows, guys. I'm trying to learn from you. Trying to quit my job. Yeah, I never suggest that anybody quits their job. Trading is a long process. Oh, ES is in another trade. ES is in a short. Let's see if we pull down here, and then we're in the long on the NQ. But that's fine because this is more of a swing. Yeah, well, this is 10 minis, Juan, so I'm okay with this. This setup on the 20-minute is green about, I don't know, $50,000, $60,000 over the last, like, 2 months. Does your money have to settle before you can reinvest? Nope, there's no settlement. You can literally use it right away. Right away. How come you're not stressed out? Because this is my swing setup, and it's made me, like, $60,000 the last 2 months. So I'm okay. Things like this happen. And look, ES hit target, so we're 2 of 2. So if you're running ES and the 1 minute, you would be green $900 right now. So up 900 on those, down 11,000 on this. And up, let's see in the manual group, maybe like $200. So yeah, it happens. I'm on my computer. All right, we're moving back down to the area where I would actually look to take a short. We'll see if there's any more buyers here. The party's over. No, I don't think so. If I lose, this will close in 8 minutes if it continues to be red. If I lose $10,000, I lose $10,000. I'm not trading stocks. I'm trading futures. So the S&P 500 is 2 for 2 for $300, and the 1 minute NQ is 3 for 3 for $600. So if you're trading those two with 1 minute each, you'd be, thanks for the rose, you'd be green $900 on the day. So this one, the 1 minute That was this 1 minute is green 600, and this ES is green 300. So I'm trading futures. This is the S&P 500. Look, it pulled back up a little. This is the S&P 500. This is the NASDAQ on a 20-minute. This is the S&P 500 on a 5-minute. This is oil. See, and I'm glad I got out of that long. Also, if you were on the stream when I first started, I made $2,500 on oil, so that helps too. $2,500 on oil, $1,000 on these little setups, and then I'm red. Now I'm red 50. I could close this, but I'm just not going to. I have 7 minutes left. Again, the short below 95 would have still been valid, though. So I have a level here at 78. Do you see that touch? I know you like that. And then this is gold. So that's what I'm trading. A lot can happen in 7 minutes. It's true. But I trust my algo. Again, that's the whole point of having it. What's that? This is the NASDAQ. What's your percentage portfolio per trade? So, it depends. Hey, Michael. I'm not stressed. I'm literally not stressed. And that's like the mindset from different people. It's all relative. Like, money is relative to all different people. Like, some people would think $100 is a lot. Some people think $1,000 is a lot. Some people don't think anything's a lot till you get to like $100,000. I'm not worried. What's your percentage? Like, normally this setup runs to a $10,000 profit immediately. Like, this is probably the first time it's been this red. So it's anywhere between like 65 and 85. Exactly. Michelle, if you want to learn more, you can reach out. Like, obviously, and this is why I want to be transparent, I'm taking 10 minis. This is a huge position. Most people in my group would be taking one contract. They would be red $1,000, which is not a big, thing when it comes to trading on the futures platform. So yeah. I just have to trust the process. Typically, this legit runs to target every time. And like yesterday, it ran to $6,000 and then it closed even. And so like yesterday, I could have locked up $6,000, but I didn't touch it. And I'm not touching it today. Obviously, right now, that would have looked nice because that extra $6,000 would be helping this drop. No, so it doesn't work like that. So, like, I guess if you think about it that way, you can. But that's not how I plan out my stop losses. So I have different... These are all traded automatically for me. I have an automatic system that trades for me. So different setups have different risk, whereas this one is really, really risky. And I say that to my members. So people that trade this usually trade it on the micro scale. Thanks for the rose. Reversal coming in. Well, do you see this touch on my level? Bill, I want to see, Bill, what you think about this level. I like the feedback. All right, so again, the 1 minute is green. The ES is green. This is the only thing that's red right now. And it is what it is. Do you sell the system? Yeah, I sell the system, and I also teach how to just trade on your own if you want to trade manually. If you like the stream, I go live every day from 9:15 to about 10:30. Please double tap the screen and give it a like. I appreciate it. Do you believe in fractals? Probably, but I don't use them. So, Michelle, if you reach out to me, thanks for the love. Michelle, if you reach out to me, my email address is in my bio. My website's in my bio. I can talk to you about teaching and about learning and all that. So, thanks for the hearts, guys. That's so nice. 11,977. Oh yeah, I was 7,825. We were close. We're very close. What time zone are you in? I'm on Eastern time zone. Oh, thanks, Reva, but I'm okay. And look, it's getting less bloody now. Now it's only 8,000 in the red. And this will close out in a few minutes. Do. And again, I made $2,500 on oil this morning. I made $1,000 on these other small trades. So $3,500 and then about $400 on the manual trade. So I'm green 4,000 before this trade. So if this closes out right now, then I would be red 3,000 on the day. Like, to me, that's not that bad. Like, it's, you know, obviously I want to be green, but you can't be green every day. Thanks for the hearts. Oh, you guys are the best. Thanks. I love the likes. I really appreciate it. Those little red hearts mean a lot. All right, how much time is left in this? So I have 1 more minute on this trade. And again, I'm already up like 4,000 on the day. So whatever happens here will happen, and then I will be red on the day. Where can we join your algo group? What is your price target on the setup? The price target's all the way up here at 12,105. You can join Z by going to my Instagram and sending me a direct message, because I can send you an email with all of the information that goes along with the algorithm, and plus a discounted link. So my email is in my bio, my website's in my bio, my Instagram's in my bio. I don't trade stocks, so I don't know about that. And on YouTube, yes, Lynch. So I just teach how to trade. I format most of my lessons to futures, but you can apply it to anything. You can apply it to stocks, you can apply it to forex, you can apply it to anything. So this trade is about to end in the red, and that is fine. Again, I'm up 2,500 on oil, like 400 manually. That's 3. All right, I'm out of that trade. Oh, you know what I did yesterday? Hold on, let me fix this so I can show you guys. So then it will be there, and you can see the exact entry and loss. All right, so I'm out of that trade. Red 9,500 on that trade. You reverse trend trades that one, homie. What? You reverse trend trades. It's okay. I don't need to. But taking a short under 95 is something I talked about at the beginning of this stream. Yes, these are futures. How did you plan this setup? I don't see technical analysis. Well, Thomas, I guess you weren't on the call earlier. So this is not done with technical analysis. This is done with set parameters in my code for my algorithm, and then it takes the trades. Just like this, and just like the 1 minute chart that I was also talking about. I was breaking down the chart before with technical analysis, and we took a long twice off of this area. So yes, and I also talked about taking the short under 95 at the beginning of the market open. My risk to reward ratio depends on the setup. Feral, it depends on the setup. I do use technicals. But I don't, I'm not going to tell you what they are for the algorithm is what I'm saying. What time frame is in identifying your trend? So that's all in my mentorship, Dan. But I use different time frames, but I go over the ones that I specifically like the best. And today might be a sideways day. You think about all the movement we had the past few days. We're coming right down to this point of control, and we might just hang out here. We'll have to see. Because look how 12,000 is holding again now. Right. So I'm on here kind of juggling a bunch. I'm going to break down the charts. So when I get on at 9:15, I break down the charts. I tell you when the market opens at 9:30, what I'm seeing, what I like. I always give okay, I'm going to do this if it moves here. I'm going to do this if it moves here. Because I always have a plan, and that's how I think all traders should be. If X and Y happens, then Z kind of thing. So that's how I trade. Obviously, everybody doesn't have to trade the same. Hey Josh, was wondering because that's set up if you use the 1 hour to identify. Yeah, I don't use the hourly. This is a 20-minute chart. And then I also have a 5-minute chart and a 1-minute chart. And I have some other charts. How well does the bot do? So it depends on the strategy you're talking about, but anywhere from like 65% to 85%. Sure thing, Lynch. If you guys like the stream in YouTube, please give it a thumbs up. I see there's 20 of you. There's only 9 likes. I'd appreciate it if you get a thumbs up so I can continue doing this for you guys every day for free and showing the algorithm. Thanks for the rose, Boolean. That isn't I wonder if I do. I'm going to have to check that. No. Successful trades. Again, the percentage of the profit per the trade, like is different. I feel like I'm out of breath here. Womp, womp, womp. Love is... Thanks. Love the robot typing. All right, so 20 Minute had a loss. ES is 2 for 2 so far on the robot for $300. Oil, I don't have it turned on. But do you see how I got out? I honestly got out somewhere up here right before the market opened because I was like, I don't feel like watching this for $2,500. So that was a good idea. Gold hasn't taken any trades this morning. Yes, I have long-term portfolios with stocks, but yes, I only manually trade and robotically trade futures. You can trade stocks on here too, like you can trade shares, but I haven't done that in a while. Three green days, probably a doji day. Yeah, probably, and that's fine. And it's Friday. So my risk to reward, it depends. Freyer. It depends on the setup. It depends on the setup and it depends on the product. Oh yeah, well that was whatever report came out today. You know I don't trade 8:30 anymore. No. Again, you don't have to use my information, but if you want to, you can. And that was my information. So, yes. And I also had, follow-ups for that. I'm not just saying number one, I'm not a swing trader. I'm more of a scalp trader. And I always have targets in mind, too. So, if you were on the call before or the live stream since it started, I broke down exactly what I was going to do. And I stuck to what I said I was going to do. And we had a profitable trade that hit both targets on this candle. The first one I got into did hit my stop. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, so I go live every day from about 9:15 to 10:30. How much starting capital is suggested for a micro? Most people start with micros around $2,000. So micro ES, it only costs $50 to take one, but just to have the money in your account so you don't have to move more in, using the algorithm, I always suggest people start with at least 2,000. ES is actually in another trade here. It's long. See if we get up to this target. So this is the third trade on ES for the day. All right, ES is pulling back. So we'll see what happens there. This 20 minutes still just hanging around 12,000. NQ. The 1 minute's still green. It's green 420 now. Kind of a boring Friday. How much money have you made this week? Yeah, you can reach out to me and I can send it to you fair. If you've joined all of my live streams, which I've done live, let's see. Was Monday a holiday? Yeah. Tuesday, ES made 300. Wednesday, it lost 280. Thursday, it made 300. Today, it's green 300, but we have to see what happens with this trade. The NQ 20 minute didn't trade all week until yesterday, where it had like a $200 loss, and then today with that big loss. It's boring and you're not paying no mind to me. What's boring? What's boring? Oh, micros? Micros are so boring. Oh, Friday. I just trade minis. But a lot of people in my group trade micros, so we discuss them a lot. No, I need to see the account. I'm not judging. Yeah, no, a lot of people trade micros. That's fine. Totally fine. All right, so this ES might take a small loss here. Oh, does it have one more minute? 30 seconds. 9 seconds. No, I'm not trading stocks. I'm trading futures. Please tap the screen. So, small loss here for ES. So, it was 2 for 2, and now it had a loss. I'll show you the P&L. So, now it's only green, $112 on the day. It just had a $187 loss. So, between the ES with 1 mini and the 1 minute with 1 mini for $540 on the day. But before it was $900. So, you can turn off the algorithm whenever you want. You don't have to leave it on all day. Like this trades until 10:45. The 1 minute, is the 1 minute, no, is the 1 minute done now? I think the 1 minute's done now. But I think it stops at 10. I mostly trade the index and currencies. Cool. I don't trade currencies, but yes, I trade indexes too. So the S&P 500, NASDAQ. Also trade gold and oil. Oh no, that looks fine. Okay. Love gold. I was giving, I know, right? So even last week too, like this setup was 100%. He made like $7,000 last week on 1 mini. So even if you had 1 micro, whoa, look at this push in the NQ, guys. Look at this push. See how we're holding this 12,000 so well. Yeah, I don't use moving averages off white. Not my thing. Not my thing. I use levels and my zone, and that's all I need in life. I don't know what cherry reds mean. How many points do you usually lock in and sell at? So manually trading, I take a first target at 10 points and second target at 20 points. And then my stop loss is at 10 points. But for the algorithm, it has totally different setups for all different charts. So this is NinjaTrader. Why do you get out on candle closes? That's because that's what I like to do. How many points do you usually lock in? Okay, I already answered that. Levels are life. They are. Bill, change that picture. Or did your head actually look like that? Also, we're back in this brown zone. I really don't want to put it on the chart, but this is an area from like forever ago. Look at this. And it goes so high. It goes to like 12,300 or something. 261. Like, this is the real chop. Can we talk about that? Look, we got in yesterday. We actually moved up pretty well for it to be that big of an area. But I don't want it to confuse with my chop zone for today, so that's why I'm just keeping it on the 1 minute chart. I didn't even know it was there until we got into this area yesterday, and then it was on my chart. I was like, what is this brown zone? Yes, this is NinjaTrader. Cool. So the P&L, well, obviously that includes my $10,000 loss. So, 2,500. I'm doing this because I have, I also have to include my manual trades. But then also the 900 that I was talking about before dropped. So it's only 420 for the 1 minute and 112 now for ES. And then minus 9890. So I'm negative 6,500 on the day. Again, the 10 contracts on the 20-minute setup is not normal. So if somebody had taken a normal sizing, which is one contract, they would have been read $980 on that trade. Now that's more normal. So then off of that 900, you would have had 500 in profit. And if you took any of the manual trades, then there would have been a few hundred more. So you would be like maybe read a few $100 or almost even. Oh, geez. Well, Dynasty ES is a bitch. I actually don't love it. But also, futures can be super risky. I think people get into it and they're like, oh, it moves so fast, I'm going to make all this money. And then they don't really understand the products and then they lose a bunch of money. So I'm really sorry you lost that money. Maybe one day you'll come back to futures. But even is great for a Friday, right? ES is so slow. I feel like ES just makes my blood boil. I can't stand it. I really can't. Should I get this over from NinjaTrader? All right. So if you like the content, if futures like binary options, no, not at all. Chef, aren't you the one that I emailed the information to, or are you a different chef? I swear there's somebody in the group the other day that I've been talking to, and Bill, tap the screen like until your finger bleeds. Oh yeah, no. So I would just watch the videos that I sent you. You were day trading, yeah. Well, day trading in general can be hard. Why does it look like my screen is frozen? No, it's not. If you appreciate the content, please tap the screen, give it a heart or a like. I was thinking I missed it if you said your program works for options. It does not work for options. It only works for futures contracts and stocks. But my like 99.9% focus is futures. So I don't even talk about stocks like that. Sounds good. Yeah. So we just get in, we get out, you either take profit or it takes a loss, and you move on to the next trade. And the algorithm does all of it for you. So it's 10:17. Pretty boring Friday. Honestly, pretty even. Yeah, let's do that math. And I'm not even going to include my manual trade with oil because that was like just whatever. So 420 from the 1 minute, 112 from the ES 5 minute. That's 532. Then if you had 1 mini on the 20 minute, you would minus $980. And then if you took any of the manual trades that I alerted, that could be another $400 to put you at even. But if you didn't, then you would be red like $400 right now. If you're trading exactly what I'm trading with 1 mini, that is where you would be for today. But every other day was red this week, so that's why I'm not really worried about it. First, what the hell do hearts do? But I tapped the screen. I think I could tap it myself. Again. All I do is scalp on draw. Yep. I remember you were doing that years ago in the group, Enzo. And I'm so proud of you. I love seeing my students succeed and flourish and go off and do their own thing. Like, that's all I want for you guys. Yeah, the Tradeovate is not compatible. I use Tradeovate to manually trade, but Tradeovate, no, it does not work with this. You have to have an account with NinjaTrader or Interactive Brokers. So really the only option is NinjaTrader. You just have to go to the NinjaTrader website, apply for a futures account. Once it opens, put your money in it. Once that happens, you pay for the market data, which is like $12 a month, and then you're ready to go. But yep, market's kind of boring today. I know I've said this a few times now, but it really kind of is. Look at this perfect long right after we got out. Oh, ES is in another long. I'm coming back soon. Don't give up on me. Oh, I would love to have you back, Enzo. Get Google Remote Desktop if you want to trade from your phone with NinjaTrader. Yes, you don't have to do that. I suggest a VPS, but yes, that's pretty much the same thing. This is a VPS. I use a virtual private server. Like, this is not my PC. You think we'll see new lows for the stock market? I don't know. I'm not very good at predicting future stuff. Email those. Know what? Know what, Off-White? The lows? I'm sorry, my keyboard is right under my phone on this tripod. I heard NinjaTrader bought Tradeovate. Yes, NinjaTrader did buy Tradeovate. But supposedly they're leaving things as it is and they're not doing anything. Like, they're not touching stuff, so we'll have to see. Let's see if ES can push up here to this 38.90.75. That'll be $150. And then we'll be back at the $300 mark for the day. This is NinjaTrader. Good, I hope they make Ninja available for Max. No, they're definitely never going to do that. All you need is a VPS, Enzo. It's not that big of a deal. Just get a VPS, and then you can access it from your phone, from your iPad, from other computers. They're never going to make it available on Macs. It's a desktop program that's PC-based only, and they're super prehistoric with everything. I don't ever see them changing that. It'd be way too much time and expense. All right, let's see if we can push up here on this ES trade. Again, this is all done for me by my robot or algorithm, whatever you want to call it. Ooh, we're almost there. Also, if you have any follow-up questions after this live is over in the next 10, 15 minutes, you can always reach out. My email is in my bio. So is my Instagram. Your data seems lagging. It seems slow. I agree, but I promise you it's not. I'm using the day trading VPS, so it's one of the faster ones, but I know, like, if you compare it to how it looks on Tradeovate, like, let me go to the present. Hold on. Like, look how much faster this. But this is also NQ. I hate when I push go to last and it doesn't. And this is just on my personal PC. So what do we need to get to? 38, 90, 75. We need to get here. So we'll see. It was like one tick away. And this will most likely be the last trade for ES for today. It'd be nice if we can hit this target. Then it'll put us back to 300 on the day. It was 2 ticks away. All right, here we go. Yes, we hit target. We hit target. All right. Now, we're at 262 for the day. So we had the 1 loss and the 3 wins, and that will be it for ES today. So ES has been green every day this week. No, actually, that's a lie. ES was red on Wednesday for $200, $280 or something. It was green 300 on Monday, red 280 on Tuesday. Oh no, Monday was a holiday. It was green 300 on Tuesday, red 280 on Wednesday, green 300 on Thursday, and now green 262 today. So just ES, and I can pull this up later and filter it out. So 262 plus 300 plus, nope, that's not right. 262 plus 300 plus 300, and then minus like 288 or 287, something like that. So ES with 1 mini is green, $575 on the week. And that's just 4 trading days, because remember, Monday was a holiday, the market was closed. So just this week on 1 contract, on this 1 auto trading strategy, you would be green around $600. It automatically closes the trade, yes, once it hits the target or once it hits the stop loss. Are these indicators within NinjaTrader? No, these are not indicators, Mario. This is a software, like a program that you actually import into NinjaTrader, that if you join my group, I send it to you. So it's an auto trading software. And yeah, so it's not an indicator. It's a zip file that you import to NinjaTrader, and then you can trade with it when I give you access on my end, because I'm a vendor with NinjaTrader. So also on the day, the 5-minute ES, like we just said, is green $262. The 1 minute is green $420. So if you're just trading those two, you would be green $682 on the day. So almost $700 on the day. This is NinjaTrader. So these were the trades on the 1 minute. It doesn't trade for very long, but it made $420. At one point it was green 600, so you know, you can always turn it off whenever you want. Nice high school picture, but what? That was like a year ago, 2 years ago. That was literally when I got my hair done, like 1 or 2 years ago. Mr. T, don't be an asshole. Jesus. Thanks for the follow, Craig. And the software triggered the trade on its own. Yes. This is NinjaTrader Beard. So it triggers the trade when it hits the parameters, which are in the background, which are in the code. It triggers the trade. And when it does that, it then puts up the stop loss and the target. And whatever one it hits, when that hits, then it fully exits the trade. It gets out. So why do you trade futures and not other things? There's several reasons why. Yes, I offer mentorship, Shepe. If you reach out to me on my email address, I can get you more information. You can get a hold of the software by reaching out to me, and I can give you the trial discount, and then from there, I'll send you all of the things that you need to set up to make sure you're ready to get going with the algorithm, and then once you are, you can set it up and join the group. Mr. T, I put you in timeout. And has it been back tested? Yes. I've been using it for 2 years. It's been back tested and forward tested for 2 years. So the reason why I trade futures and not like day trade stocks or options, because there's no PDT rule with futures. So you can have as little as like $1,000 and trade every single day, and your money is cash as soon as you're out of the trade. So like as soon as this trade ended, I have an extra $150 in my account. I don't have to wait for it to clear, nothing. You don't have to wait 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. It is cash right away. I can take it right out of my account with an ACH transfer to my bank. Second, the fees are lower than options trading. So I pay round trip on a trade. I pay like $4, whereas on options I pay like $7. Third reason why futures are better, because the market's open 23 hours a day, whereas options and stocks are only open, 8 or 9 hours a day. Also, yes, I have a win percentage. It's anywhere between 65 and 85%. What's the ideal amount of money needed to start with, for example, to make $200 a day? So I don't like to break it down that way. I typically just say most people start anywhere between $2,000 and $5,000. What you make is all dependent on what you're running. So I have several different strategies when you join the group that you choose from. So if you want to run this ES strategy usually trades 3 to 5 times in the time that it's, the time that it's allotted. So like you kind of base it off of that. It can't just be like, oh, I want to make $100 a day. What do I do? The 1 minute only trades for a few times a day, but it usually does pretty well. And then there's like the swing setup, which I really love, but obviously it was red today. This 20 minute on the NQ. Futures are where the money is. Yes, it's true. Futures are just so much better. Oh, and the money you owe to the IRS is less if you trade futures than if you trade options or stocks. All right, I'm going to end the YouTube stream because I feel like people in there just kind of creep and don't even really talk. So